everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane, DC Multiverse, Justice League of America, DC Countdown, Monarch. This is part of the newest digital wave, so let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts, DC Direct, McFarlane Toys Digital, Justice League, Monarch, ages 14 plus. Here he is in the package, no traditional accessories, but we have a display stand, a collector's card, and a digital redemption card. One side of the package, Monarch from DC Countdown. Other side is pretty blank. In the back, here he is posed up from the comics. And at the bottom, there's his barcode, if it helps. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we've got this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. And that's kind of a joke as he comes with absolutely no traditional accessories, but he does have a display stand, a collector's card, and a digital redemption card. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out this figure. So this is Monarch. He first appeared in Armageddon 2001 in 1991, but that wasn't this version of Monarch. That was the first version of Monarch, which was Hank Hill, Hawk from Hawk and Dove. He went insane and became Monarch. This particular version of Monarch is Nathaniel Atom, which is Captain Atom, but it's some sort of a duplicate. He doesn't even realize that he's not the original Captain Atom. At first, he claims to be a hero, but it's eventually revealed that this Monarch's true plan is to control the world via genetic implants as he inserts them into people under the guise of healing them. This plan is eventually prevented by Booster Gold, so he's one of those sort of large event DC Universe world-changing type characters. His powers come from his armor, and they give him energy projection, energy manipulation, energy absorption, vast superhuman strength, superhuman durability, invulnerability, flight, teleportation, quantum field manipulation, and matter absorption and manipulation. So let's take a closer look at him. So, we have Monarch here. I believe he's done on the base body of steel, which is a larger, oversized body, and it's pretty cool. He's got this sort of blue mask all over his face, wide eyes surrounded black. He has this gold, I don't know, it's not exactly a crown, but that's kind of what I think, especially with his name being Monarch. Large shoulder pads, but they're soft material. They're going to move out of the way. Armored suit. Yellow belt. Double jointed elbows. Double jointed knees. Big giant boots. Even though this is the second version of Monarch, he looks pretty much the same as the first version, so it can be either one in your action figure world. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. I like the blue face, very blank look to it. Now let's check out his accessories, and let's start off with the boring stuff. And who am I kidding? It's all boring stuff. He doesn't have any regular accessories. Here's his display stand. Typical McFarlane display stand we've seen plenty of times before. This one says McFarlane Toys Digital because it's part of the digital wave where you get the physical figure and the digital. Then we have his collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of Monarch. Monarch. On the back, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. And then we have the digital redemption card. McFarlane Toys Digital. A digital figure is simply a digital figure. I mean, it's a computer program that has a figure on there, and you can't touch it or play with it. On the back, you can scratch this off, redeem the code. I'm curious how many people out there actually care about these digital figures. I'm guessing it's damn near nobody, but if you do, drop me in the comments. I'm curious, what joy do they bring you, and why do you like them? Now I want to check out the reuse differences and similarities between this Monarch figure and steel. They utilize the same base body, but have some significant differences, and just look at them. They look totally different. It took me a while to even figure out what the base body was, even though it's kind of obvious. So, start with their heads. Obviously, the heads are totally different. As you go further down, the torso actually looks to be the same. You can see the same sort of muscles on the side there, but he has this giant armor conveniently covering up this giant Superman logo. The stomach looks to be the same. The arms look to be the same. He's got the shoulder pads that move out of the way, and really, so does he. He has a different sort of forearm armor, or gloves, whatever. The hands, I think they are the same as well. The diaper piece, well, you can't really see it, but I'm sure it's different. I doubt it has these little bolts that steel has. The legs are the same until we get to the bottom, and then he has these giant boots covering up where his giant boots are, and then the feet are also different. So the same base body, but it makes for a completely different looking figure. They're both a little bit larger and oversized, and I like that. There are now 4 McFarlane DC Multiverse figures that utilize the steel base body. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his lack of accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 7.6 inches tall, which can translate to just over 19 centimeters, and for his articulation. Starting with his head, of course, it can rotate side to side. He can look up, not at all, down, really not at all either. That thing is sort of preventing his chin from going down. If you really sort of force it, you can get it down in there. Then he can look down. It's very limited with the range of motion on his head. He can sort of tilt his head from side to side. Shoulders on a ball joint goes out about 90 degrees. Up, down, around. The shoulder pad is soft, moves out of the way. You can actually move his arm pretty much all the way up and around. He's got the butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest, increasing the range of motion and covering the gap that would be there. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate. And it's hinged, but you really can't get much. It's just so much armor preventing everything. The torso is a ball joint. Rotate around, forward and back. Another one is waist. Rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, good range of motion. You definitely get more out of the waist and the torso on this guy. Legs complete as splits. A little skirt thing is soft and move out of the way. McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is pretty damn good. Legs go forward, about that far. Back not much. Double jointed knees. And then his ankle. Forward and back. Rotate the tiniest bit. Tilt rock also the tiniest bit. And toe articulation. Here's a look at Monarch, pondering how he can take over the multiverse. Now let's check him out. Next is some other action figures, starting off with some other McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here's Monarch, next to Captain Atom. They're both Nathaniel Atom, although Monarch is some sort of duplicate. And here he is, next to Wave Rider. Wave Rider tried to go back in time to 1981 and stop and possibly kill Monarch before he rose to power. Then, next to both Monitor and Anti-Monitor, Monarch has fought the Monitors before. Next was Superboy Prime. Superboy Prime fought with Monarch, and he ripped open the chest plate of Monarch's containment armor, resulting in a huge explosion of quantum energy that devastated the entire universe of Earth 51. Superman Prime was later found, lost in time, and Monarch, his status remained unknown. Now let's check him out. Next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the rest of his wave. This is the 4th digital wave. We have both the regular and platinum chase variants of the No Man's Land Batman, Monarch, Disco Nightwing, and Spoiler. Here's Monitor, next to the previous digital wave. Both the regular and platinum chase variants of Two-Face and Dr. Fate, along with the Silver Age Superman. And here he is, with the gold label Target exclusive Sandman and Mr. Miracle. Then, with some recent variants, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Gold Hush Batman, Patina Wonder Woman, Frostbite Crystal Dawn Robin, and the black and white accent Dark Knight Returns Superman. And now, with some recent McFarlane Collector's Edition figures, both the regular and platinum chase variants of Metron, Kite Man, Deathstroke, Dark Archer, and Dark Stars. I'm waiting for my platinum version of Mirror Master to arrive, and I'm still on the hunt for another set of Dark Stars, regular and platinum. I'm on the hunt for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Collector's Edition Beast Boy, regular and platinum, and still on the hunt for the Superpowers Wave 4 Walmart exclusive Black Manta. If anybody can point me in the right direction, or have any good suggestions, or could possibly help me out, please drop me a line in the comments below. It is much appreciated. Here's Monarch, next to this recent Batman wave, Troika Batman, Kenner Homage Azrael, and Luke Fox Batwing. And here he is with the most recent wave of Page Punchers, Golden Age Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor, and the regular and platinum versions of Superboy. Then, with the Ross exclusive 3 Jokers Batman, Hush Superman, and James Gunn movie Superman figures. And now, with some McFarlane cover recreations, Kingdom Come Superman, Dark Knight Returns Batman, and the infamous Stolen Killing Joke Joker. And finally, with the Dark Knight's Metal, Merciless, and the Batman Who Laughs 2-pack. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise. In case you want to know which lines you can mix him with, since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect, and work my way smaller, but first, let's check him out with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale. And now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures and Diamond Select toys, here's Monarch next to a bottle of Palmolive dish soap. And here he is with some DC Direct and NECA figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures. And now, with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Next, with some Makevex and Hasbro Marvel Legends. And finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a pretty cool Monarch figure. This is a character that I have very little knowledge of in the DC universe, and it's a character I'm aware of. I remember the Armageddon storyline back in '91 when I was a kid. It's a figure I never thought would get an action figure. His accessories, well, frankly, he doesn't have any. His articulation is quite limited. His sculpt and paint job are excellent. I don't mind the reuse. He's a big figure, and that's very suiting for him. If I were to rate this guy, and I really want to give him a high score, but he's no accessories and limited range of motion, and a character I don't have any real emotional attachment to. I want to say 7 out of 10. I'm probably going to bump down to a 6.5. I mean, he looks good for what he is, but he definitely could be better. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.